My DoorDash driver thought my wife was on the menu, so I served him a baseball bat special. Logan was a DoorDash driver who'd turned food delivery into his personal hunting ground for women, and my wife Kate had become his latest prey. Somehow, he always showed up to deliver whenever we ordered, and he always took 5 full minutes to hand over an order while his eyes devoured Kate like she was dessert. He asked for her number numerous times and grunted every time she said no. I should have known then that Logan was the type of guy to obsess over a girl if she so much as looked at him. One evening, while I was at my brother's house, Kate heard the doorbell and found Logan on our porch. He said, "I remembered your address. I thought maybe we could talk without your roommate around." Kate told him I was her husband and slammed the door in his face. The next day, he showed up again while I was at work and stood there for 10 minutes while banging on the door and yelling, "Kate, please, we're meant to be soulmates." 3 days later, he followed Kate around to the grocery store and actually cornered her when she came out. "Stop being so stuck up and just talk to me." Kate slapped him and ran to the police station since I was across town, so he backed out for the time being. 1 week after that, I was at my office, and Kate was working from home when she noticed movement outside the window. Logan was parked across the street, and she could see him taking pictures of our house with his phone. When she moved to another room, she heard footsteps in our side yard. He was checking windows and trying to open doors. She called me in a panic, but by the time I got home, he was gone. She slept with a knife under her pillow that week. I've never seen her like that. I finally found him 3 nights later when I came home early from work. There he was, crouched in the bushes beside our bedroom window and doing something really horrifying. I could hear him moaning, and it was clear that he was rubbing one off while holding one of Kate's panties in her hands. The second our eyes met, he bolted and dropped the panties in a panic, but my heart was filled with both disgust and rage. He thought he could get away with this, thought I wouldn't react, but this stalker had gone too far, and now I was going to show him how people deal with unwanted men in society. I knew the police would do nothing with the photos, since he'd claim he was a photography enthusiast, that it was all coincidental. But Logan had shown his weakness. He was obsessed, reckless, and clearly thought Kate was alone and vulnerable during the day, so I planned to use that against him. Kate and I would bait him into our house where I'd be waiting with a special something to welcome him with. I got his phone number from a phone registry and made sure I had a camera set up so we could claim self-defense. On Monday morning, Kate sent the text from a spoofed number that couldn't be traced back to her. "It's me, the girl from Elm Street. Come by at 2?" He responded within 2 minutes, eager and gross. "I knew you were into me. Be there soon, beautiful." Kate had left the door slightly open as planned. I waited in the hallway with my baseball bat, and I had every intention to use it. Logan walked right in without knocking, calling out, "Where's my shy girl?" with that predator smile. The moment he stepped past the threshold, I swung as hard as I could and hit him right in the nose. Blood went everywhere like a volcano had just exploded. He stammered back and fell on the ground while screaming, "Why are you here? You attacked me! I'll have you—" I interrupted him with another swing, this time at his leg so he couldn't run away. I heard a loud crunch and realized I had broken his heel since it was now bent in the wrong direction. Logan screamed again, "Stop! Please stop! It hurts!" Now, the plan was to stop when he started begging, but Kate wasn't home. She had left for safety just in case, so my instincts as a protective husband took over in her absence. This was the guy who followed her around parking lots, who tried our doors, who thought my wife was a toy he could just take. I nearly broke the baseball bat, but I gave Logan 2 more love taps right on his jaw. When it was over, he was crying and sobbing with pain. I told him, "If you try going to the police, remember that I have you illegally entering my home." Then I kicked him out. We never saw him again after that day, although I did have to change my carpet since it was covered in red. We still order DoorDash, but Kate says the new drivers just hand over the food and leave. Imagine that.